Hey, thanks so much for joining me today. My name's Lucas. We're going to be doing a 60-minute gentle Vinyasa series. So this is our first live online broadcast. Really happy to be bringing this to you. So we're going to start real gentle with our first live edition of Yoga with Lucas, brought right to you. So for class today, you're not going to really need anything. If you have a block, that'd be great. Otherwise, you could sit on top of a cushion. You could just sit right on the floor. A carpeted floor is nice, but not necessary. You can always roll up a blanket to place that under your knees when we're in tabletop, or at any point that you want to make an adjustment for that. So in our class today, we're going to do a pretty long, gentle warm-up series, and then we're going to do some sun salutation flows, and then some more deeper restorative stretches on the ground at the end of the class as well. So you're in store for a pretty relaxing and also energizing and uplifting practice to work out some of that soreness and stiffness that may be accumulating from our time in recent events. So with that in mind, let's inhale and exhale. Take a full breath in and just sigh it out with me. Take another full inhale, filling the lungs, the chest, the collar, and just let it all go. Take a breath in, filling the body, filling the mind, whatever's on your mind, breathe into that. And then exhale, sigh, just let it all go. Coming to this moment, to our practice. And then go ahead and lie down on the back. So I'll show you real quick. Just lie the back flat to the mat with the soles of the feet in front of your hips here, like so. And then from here, softening the shoulders, we're just going to take another minute or two to ease into our practice. So relaxing the back of the head, the neck, softening through the chest. You can knock your knees together here and let the feet come wide. It's a resting pose, right? Relaxing through the lower back. Just feel the lower back unwind and soften into the mat. Feel the connection of your feet to the mat. And once again, take a few more cleansing breaths here. Breathing in and out. Listening to the sound of your breath. Staying with the breath and with the body for our practice, using those elements to bridge that mind-body connection. And then we'll begin the movement. So go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. You can hold on to either opposite shin and sway gently from left to right, feeling that self-massage of the back, opening up the spine, connecting with your mat, and then taking the hands behind the knees, begin to rock back and forth. And rather than using the legs, see if you can just use your core. Notice how I'm not using my legs, just using my core here, using my shoulders a bit. And it takes longer to get going, but you'll build up momentum. Rocking along the spine, activating every vertebrae, gaining momentum as you go a bit higher. All right, take another one. And then rocking up to seated here with the knees pointing up. Raise your palms up forward. We're going to inhale, lean back. Then exhaling forward. Inhale. And exhale, keeping the soles of the feet on the mat when you lean back. Yeah. We can do so much with just the weight of our own body. It's amazing. And feel free to modify this practice and the other practices as we go along today. So you can lean further back for more engagement, a bit more tension, right? Or you can go a little bit less far for more ease. Okay? And now we're going to take the hands behind the thighs, lift up one foot, then the other, tapping your feet on the ground, little tip tap, activating through the toes, the balls of the feet, the arches, and the heels. Feel that vibration through the feet. Using this little tapping sensation to really activate the ankles, the lower legs, just work through any stiffness there. All right, and then we're gonna take the shins up and bring in one knee, straighten the other leg out, and switch, and switch, and switch. You can follow my own rhythm, or feel free to follow along at your own pace. Go ahead, keep alternating your legs. Yogi bicycles. And then come to neutral. Pull the thighs up a bit more. Draw your shoulder blades back, engaging the upper body. So you're holding your legs with your arms here, all right? And then take yourself into a high V for 3, 2, 1. Okay, cross your feet. Come to a seated pose. Your hands can rest on the knees. And lengthen the spine here. Just relax the hips, soften through the hips and the knees, and just draw the spine up real tall. Sit nice and proper. Take another full breath here in this exalted seat. And then take your left ear over to your left shoulder. Place your left hand off to your left hip. Soften the shoulder again. Then you can take your right arm up and around, relaxing into both sides of the hips. And you can gaze up and take this hand and kind of wave it back and forth. Bring yourself back to center. Lean it back over to the left. Soften the shoulder to center. Then lean over a bit. All right, take your hands back to either side of your hips. Take your right ear to your right shoulder. Soften the shoulder. Let gravity draw the head over a bit more. Take your right hand about 6 inches off to your right. Left arm's going to reach over. And then lean into it a bit. Soften that far shoulder. And then wave up. And lean into it. Once more to neutral. And lean over. Perfect. Now take the hands to the knees. With an inhale, sit up really tall. Raise your chest and shoulders. Exhale, soften. Inhale, draw your shoulder blades together. Puff the chest up. Exhale, relax. Again, breathing in, chest forward. And exhale, let it go. With this inhale, tilt the chin up. Exhale, relax the chin, let it hang heavy. Lengthen the neck. Sway your head a bit from side to side. Take some intuitive movements with the neck. However this feels good with you, starting with some small movements. And then gradually let the head sway further from side to side till your chin goes from shoulder to shoulder. And then we're going to bring the head up parallel to the ground on one side, then chin comes down, around and up to the other side, tracing a semicircle motion. And if you want to very gently rock in the full circle, go for it. Whenever you rock backwards, just be very gentle. The neck much prefers to be kept on the front half of the body. So that's why often we just do semicircles in the front. But you can take a full circle. If you want to just take it easy, just very gently trace that circle. All right. Taking the head up to neutral. Let's inhale, raise the arms up, reaching, inhale. Exhale, twisting to your right. So take your left hand to your right knee. Your right hand's going to come behind you, just like 6 inches behind your seat. And then inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lean into the twist, gazing over the back shoulder. Take 3 breaths here. Nice and soft. We're not super warmed up yet. Just enjoying the different positions of the body. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. Right hand, left knee. Press the tailbone down. Raise the crown of the head up like there's a string attached to the top of your head. And then soften, lead with the shoulder. Use the movements and the postures as a vehicle to connect deeper into the mind-body connection. So just exploring how you feel in each one of these poses. Inhale, reach the arms up, and take the arms out into a T. And speaking of how you feel in each one of the poses, there's often a emotional connection, a physiological, a psychological component to the movement. So right here, we're expanding the chest, open-hearted, right? We're opening up to our lives, to the events, to what's happening to us, to what we're experiencing, right? To our jobs, to our work, to our mission, to our family and our friends. And just inhale, open up a bit wider to that. And then with an exhale, cross your arms over your chest, take your hands to your shoulders, walk your fingers back a bit more here. And you can sway gently from side to side, working into the back here. Take some deep breaths. This is really, really great for the spine. Just helps to rinse out the spine, bring in fresh nutrients. And then with the next inhale, open up again. And then cross the arms, the opposite arm on top. You can walk the hands back again if that feels good. Take a couple deep breaths as you sway. Nice and gently. If you feel any popping or crackling in the back and in the spine, that's good. That's just the old fluids getting moved out so that new nutrients, oxygen, and fresh blood can easily flow into the body. So reach the arms out, shake it out, shake it out. All right. And we're going to come over the knees into a tabletop pose. All right. And tucking your back toes, we're going to hover the knees up here for 3, for 2, for 1. Lower it down. Yeah, drop the belly. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the tailbone. Inhale, draw your shoulder blades back, raising the tailbone up. Then exhale, dropping the head, gazing towards your navel, tucking the chin. Inhale, belly down, gaze forward. Exhale, reverse. We inhale to cow pose. And we exhale to cat pose. Now come to a neutral spine. Extend your right leg out long behind you, tucking those right toes. And then you're going to rock the heel back and forth. So when we come forward, we get a toe stretch. When we press the heel back, we get a calf stretch. So toe stretch, calf stretch. Alternate with that. And then reach that right leg up. Extend your left arm long. Inhale. Exhale, draw them together. Inhale, reach out long. Exhale, draw it together. Move with your breath. Take 3 more. When you inhale, get a really long extension from fingertips to toes. When you exhale, you're going to flex it into the center, finding your balance. Great bounce this morning. Great bounce. And then come to neutral here. Take your shoulders to your left and your hips to your right. And then alternate and switch and switch just to rinse that out. Now we'll take the other side. So take your left heel back behind you. Press the heel back and then come up onto the balls of the feet. Yeah. Rocking the heel back and forth. Really press it back to get that calf stretch. And then rock it forward into the toes. Now we're going to raise it up. Point the toes, point the fingers, inhale. Exhale, draw them together. Find your balance. Find your balance. Reach it out. Nice strong extension. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 3 more. Inhale out. And exhale in. Lower it down and take a couple of cat-cows just to rinse that out. Alternating crescent shape of the spine. And then go ahead and rise up onto your knees. And take your right foot forward. So we're in a low lunge. That right knee's at a 90-degree angle. Take your arms up overhead here. And you're going to take the left wrist with your right hand and then reach it on up over to your right side, lengthening the spine, leaning to your right side. All right. Take it back up to center, switch your grip, lean to the other side. Nice. And then let go, take both arms up and back, lean a bit forward, and you're gonna rock forward and back here. So rock the hips forward as it feels good to get close to the heel without straining the hip flexor. Okay? And then let's come back to a kneeling position. Step the left foot forward, find that 90-degree angle again, take the hands up. This time, take hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Reach the arms up high, lean to your left. And then to center, switch the grip and over to your right. Nice, tall, long spine. Yeah, nice. To center, reach the arms up high, rock the hips forward and back. Just leaning forward, bringing your hips, your knee forward, and pressing it back. Nice. And then take your knees back to a kneeling position. Extend your right leg out long at a diagonal. Turn your right toes to point up, slight bend in that knee, just like a 3 to 5 degree bend. Inhale the arms up, exhale, hinge over that leg. Your shoulders are squared at about like a 45-degree angle. All right, your top arm's gonna reach over here. And feel free to take the position here that feels best for you, right? Pressing down into the knee, reaching the arms up, getting this really nice side body stretch. Perfect. Then we'll come back up to kneeling position and we'll switch sides. Take your left leg out long, point the toe up, bend the knee. Flexing through the toes is good as well to help protect knee, and especially if you have any knee or hip stuff. So reach the arms up, then slide that left hand down the leg, reaching over. Just hinge into it a bit more, working your abdomen over the leg. Yeah, nice work. Let's come back up to center, taking the knees under the body. Let's just shake it out a little bit. Shake the wrists, shake the arms, shake the shoulders. Perfect. Now come to the tabletop again here. And from tabletop, we'll take an extended tabletop. So take your hands a bit farther forward. Shift the hips forward so that we are in a cobra pose. We're touching into cobra pose. Your arms are totally vertical, okay? Keep the hands, inhale. Exhale, press the hips back. Feel your shoulders lengthen away from your spine. Keep on lengthening the back. And then your next inhale is going to take you forward. We'll move one breath, one movement. So let your exhale take you back. Especially in the morning, really breathing into your practice. Take a nice, deep, full inhale. And with the exhale, you can constrict the back of the throat or curse the lips to draw it out. Right? Inhale takes you forward. Whenever we can hear our breath, it creates a loop that helps to regulate many of our body's functions. So continue to move with the breath, right? Let's take one more round of this. So pressing back. And then inhale forward. Now tuck your toes. Press the hips up and back. Find a down dog. Good work. And from down dog, first just get your stability here. Maybe take a couple bounces. And then pedal out your dog. So send one heel down and then the other. Alternating it at the pace and rate that feels best for you. Pressing into the hands, the whole surface area of the palms. And then come to a neutral here. Rise up onto your tippy toes and press the heels back down. 2 more. Inhale up to your toes. Exhale, press the hips back. Open up through the armpits. Inhale. Then exhale, nice deep down dog. Now inhale up to the toes and gracefully step the feet up towards the hands. You're gonna pick the hands up when you need to, take them to the shins or the thighs for a halfway lift. Get a really nice flat back. So see how flat you can make your back. Inhale and exhale to fold. Hang out here, let the neck hang heavy. You can sway the head from side to side, shake the head no, nod the head yes. All right. And then pressing into the feet, feeling the support of the ground, raise your kneecaps, roll up the spine, circle the arms up overhead, and bring the hands together at your heart. Let me just adjust my camera here. 1 second. Perfect. So hands together at the heart. All right. We're going to inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward, take the arms down. And this time when you inhale, we're going to crisscross the arms from side to side. Right, inhale up, exhale down. And actually, let's do this. Keep your left hand down. Inhale, take your right arm up and around. You can gaze over your shoulder. Inhale, bending your knees. Sweep that right arm up. And exhale, gaze back. Take that arm down. Let's do one more like that. Inhale, straighten the legs. Take the right arm behind you. Gaze back at it. All right, and then we'll switch sides. Now take your left arm, inhale it up and back. Gaze over at it. Inhale, bending the knees, reach the arm up. Follow the hand with the eyes, bending the knees. Let's inhale once more, tracing that hand, watching it go back behind you. Perfect, perfect. Now we'll take the arms up. Exhale, fold. Let's return to that. Inhale here, crisscross the arms up. One arm in front of the other, alternating which arm is in front. Exhale, folding. Inhale, crisscross the arms. Play around with this however this feels good for you. As you inhale fully up, and exhale down. One more, exhale fully. And then take a long, smooth inhale as you crisscross the arms. Exhale, your hands can come around your sides. Stay standing. Let's take the hands into the heart. Now, connect with your feet here. Connect with your sense of balance. Nice tall spine, pressing the palms together. And just take a moment here to notice how the energy has built from our practice. Just how you feel different since starting your practice, noticing the energy between the palms, the moisture, the heat, the electricity, perhaps even the heart rate. Just taking a couple breaths to notice. Now we'll take a few sun salutation half sun salutations. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Flat back. It doesn't matter where your back is, just make it flat. Then exhale to fold again. Release every vertebrae down to your shoulders and neck. Inhale again, root to rise. Straighten up the spine, neck and head come up last. Circle the arms up. Take the hands to the heart, the exhale. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the neck and fold. Inhale, root to rise. Press your heels down. Align your spine. Circle the arms up. Exhale the hands to the heart. One more half sun salutation. Inhale, sweep the arms up and back. Exhale, rain the hands down. Rain them down. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Extend your tailbone back and fold. And then root to rise. We align the spine and salute the skies. Circle the arms up. Bring the hands to the heart. Now let's take ragdoll. So keep the feet. Inhale the arms up. And exhale to fold. Take hold of opposite elbows here. And sway from side to side. Just rocking left and right. And then sway the head from side to side. Shake the head no and nod the head yes. Nod the head yes, releasing every vertebrae down through your shoulders and neck, releasing the head. Right. And then let go of the arms, come to a halfway lift. Now we're going to come back to the ground for a moment here. So plant your hands at the top corners of the mat. Step one foot back, then the other foot to plank pose. Inhale from plank pose. And we're going to press back to down dog. Press your hips back. Find a nice down dog. Let an inhale take you to plank pose. We'll do that twice more. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, hips up and back, that mountain peak shape. Yeah. And then come forward to plank. This time we'll lower down. If you exhale, take a deep breath in. Exhale, gently, slowly come all the way down. Palms underneath of your shoulders. With an inhale, you're going to peel the chest up. Gaze is just 1 foot in front of you. Pressing the tops of the feet down, lifting the knees. And soften down. With the next inhale, rise up, peel the chest back, peel the shoulders back. Gaze is just a couple feet in front. Press the hips down. And then exhale, soften. And then this time, inhale, press the hips down, engage into your lower back. Press into the hands a bit, right? Press into the hands here, pressing the hips down, extending into your toes, pointing your toes. And then slowly lower down. Now, take your hands and point them behind you. And we're going to lift everything up off the mat here. So lift the feet up, feet nice and parallel, arms nice and parallel. And then option to stay here, or you can bend your legs, bend your knees, and then take hold of the feet or ankles for Dhanurasana, bow pose, right? And option to either just pull the ankles towards your seats, or you can kick into your feet to help you get a more active bow shape. So I kind of prefer the more passive bow shape here, getting a nice stretch in the quads, okay? So let's release the feet, take the arms out in front of you, stack the palms underneath of the forehead, lower the forehead down, and just take a few relaxing breaths here while you rock your heels. So rock both of your heels to the left and then to the right and then to the left. Just alternating. And take your heels to neutral and rock them in and then rock them out. In and out. And keep doing that. Releasing the lower back, releasing the hips. Very healing. All right, take the wrists under the shoulders. Press back to a child's pose, just for a couple breaths. Take the knees wide, take the hips to the heels. And then shift the hips forward, touching into that cobra pose from our warm-ups, right? Tuck your toes, press to down dog. And feel the support in your down dog. Feel the floor rising up through your wrists and through the balls of your feet and your ankles into your shoulders, rising into your hips. Feeling the stability of this pose. And then inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. With an exhale, walk, step, or float up to the top. Find a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up the spine. Circle the arms up. Take the hands to the heart. Sun salutation A's. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, plank pose. Exhale, lower down your knees, chest and chin, inchworm shape. Inhale, peel the heart up for a little baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes back, down dog. Find 3 breaths here. Letting everything else fade out, but your sense of the breath entering and exiting the body. And then bend the knees, gaze forward, prepared. And with the exhale, walk, step, or float, halfway lift. And fold. Rise up, full extension. Bring the hands to the heart. We'll take that again. Inhale up and back. With the exhale, hips back, heart forward as you fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hands. Take plank pose, lower down. This time, maybe lower to chaturanga. Hug the elbows into the rib cage. Find your low plank so the elbows are at 90 degrees. Then you can shift forward, right? Baby cobra or cobra is good. This is up dog on the top of the feet as well here with the thighs lifted off the mat. Pressing the hands down, drawing the shoulder blades back. And then find your down dog. So this is a pretty long down dog. You're welcome to take a shorter down dog as well, whatever feels good for you. And then inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. With the exhale, you can press and float up if you'd like, halfway lift. And fold. And then root to rise, we'll circle the arms up to the skies. Exhale, the hands to the hearts. Inhale, sweep the arms up. We'll do one more like this. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hands. You can step or you can press and float back, right? Lowering down, either to low plank or all the way. Inhale, shines the chest. Exhale, presses the hips. Regulate your breathing. Find a smooth breath pattern. Inhale, bend the knees to prepare, engaging your body. And exhale, you can float up to the top, halfway lift. And fold. Then inhale, root to rise. Circle the arms up to the sky. Take the arms up high. Down to the heart. Let's sweep the arms back behind us. Bend the knees. And then sit the hips back, chair pose. Palms can tilt up, extending long through your fingers. Check that you can see your big toes. Check that the feet are parallel. Inhale, sit a bit deeper, right? Find that nice thunderbolt shape. See the diagonal lines here? Try to find that. Inhale, and exhale, straighten the legs and fold. Releasing the back. Halfway lift. And then take your vinyasa. So vinyasa, of course, is plank, lowering down to all the way down or half plank, shifting forward to a cobra or an up dog, and then finding down dog. So whenever in yoga we say to take a vinyasa, that is the series that we are referring to. Filling the lungs up with the inhale, and letting it go. Then inhale to prepare. Oh, I'm sorry. Inhale, lift your right foot up. Bending the knees, stacking the hip. You can point the toe off to your left here. Inhale. Exhale, step it up on through. Lower your back heel. Rise on up to a warrior one shape. So in warrior one, my heels are in a line. The shoulders are squared towards the front of the mat. And keep the arms straight. So if the arms come out in more of a V shape, so you can straighten them out, that's good. Right. And then we're going to open up to a warrior two. So square your shoulders to the long edge of your mat. And now from warrior two, you can even make this movement with me. We're going to feel into the feet here. Release the toes, and then press into the whole surface area of the feet. Drawing the support of the ground up through the legs, through your core, and extending it out long through your fingertips. Okay? Gaze is over your front middle fingers. Take an inhale, and then with the exhale, we're going to turn towards our front foot, frame that foot with our hands, step back to plank pose, and take your vinyasa. Other side, inhale, the left leg lifts. Bend the knees, stack the hips, point your toe off to your right side. You can take a look at your toe too by gazing under your right armpit. Then we're going to step it on through, lower your back heel with the inhale, raise the torso up. So the hips that should be nice and level, the pelvis should be nice and level, so we're not too far forward or too far back. We're just nice and stacked, well stacked. Pressing that back heel down too is great for the calves, especially those of us who like to run a lot. And with an exhale, open up to warrior two. Check that your front knee is in line with your front toes, that they're tracking in the same direction. It's very important. And see if your arms can be real parallel to the ground here. We're just getting very alignment focused in this first class. And then pivot towards your front leg, frame the foot, exhaling as you lower down. And you know what to do. You can always press right to down dog as well. Always have that option. Now bend the knees, inhale, gaze forward. And with an exhale, walk, step or flip up to the top, halfway lift. And fold. Let's take a ragdoll again here. Let's take opposite elbows one more time. Actively tilt your tailbone up. Lengthen the spine, bend into the knees a lot here. See if you can bring your chest to your thighs. And if it's difficult to get your head below your heart to get the effect of the inversion, or if it's difficult for your hands to touch the mat, try using a block as well. Or two blocks if you had to. So, actively pressing down into the block and lengthening the spine. All right, and then you can release that. We're going to sweep the arms back and then find your chair pose. So bend the knees, sit the hips back, reach the arms forward and up. Now, I invite you to rise up onto your tippy toes. And once again, check out that diagonal shape here. That lightning bolt type shape. This is also called thunderbolt pose. Right? Inhale. We're going to come to standing with the exhale. Bring your hands together, heels down, straighten up. Perfect. Take a few breaths here. Again, just noticing the effect of this yoga practice. Notice how the heart rate has increased. Perhaps your breathing is a bit more rapid. And draw some attention to that. Smoothing it out. And let's take a chair pose again. All right, this time from chair, pick your right heel up, and then step your right foot, big step back, lowering the heel, so we're in warrior one. Warrior one with the left foot forward. Okay, inhale, exhale, lean forward, sweep the arms back 45 degrees. And extend long through your fingers, lengthening the neck and drawing the shoulders back and down. Okay. Inhale up. We'll take this with the breath for 3 breaths. Exhale, sweep. Inhale. And exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. We're going to open up to warrior two. So nice smooth transition. Your top hand becomes your back hand. As you open it up, front knee in the same direction as your front toes. All right. Take your front forearm to your front thigh. Take your back arm in line with your back leg. Take a nice diagonal shape there. So long line. All right. And then come back up to warrior two. Flip your front palm. Reach the hand up and back. Reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Now from warrior two, I'm going to turn so you can see me here. All right, from warrior two, inhale, straighten the front leg, gaze up at your hands. Exhale back into the lunge, arms at a T. Inhale, hands point straight up above you, bringing the palms together, looking at them. Exhale to the lunge. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. This time, turn your front toes in so that your feet are parallel. Right? Feet are parallel. And then with an exhale, fold forward in between your legs. This is another great place for a block. Or if your hands readily reach the mat, walk your hands further back behind you. Slight bend in the knees is good to protect, as well as pressing the toes into the mat. You can sway the head a bit. And then with the hands on the mat, walk your hands up to the front of the mat. Walk your hands to the front of the mat. Step both of your feet up to the top of the mat. Take a halfway lift pose. And then exhale, fold, point the hands behind you. We're going to rise up into chair pose. Other side. So lift up your left heels. And then step your left foot all the way back. So we're in a warrior one shape. Again, find your levelness, find your balance here. Weight is evenly distributed on your feet. Inhale. Exhale, lean forward 45 degrees. Sweep the arms back. So the shoulders are neutral here. We're just drawing them down the sides of the body like we're trying to touch our back heel with our fingers. Sending the energy, sending our weight into the tailbone and that back heel. Yeah. And we'll do this with the breath now. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And we'll open up to warrior 2. So window the arms. And take a side angle, lean forward. Your front forearm can really ground into your front thigh. Top arm is going to come just above the bicep. I mean, your top bicep just above your ear. And then to warrior 2, flip the front palm, reaching forward, inhale it up and back. Reverse warrior, check that your front knee is stacked above or in front of your ankle. Warrior 2, and we'll take this dynamic movement with the breath again. Inhale, straighten the leg, reach the arms up, and exhale to the lunge. Inhale, and exhale. 2 more, inhale, and exhale. And this time, when you inhale, turn your front toes in, reach the arms up. Option to take the hands behind you, interlace them for a bind, or to take hold of opposite elbows behind you. Take an inhale again, and with the exhale, fold in between your legs. You can release the bind now. Take your left hand directly under your gaze. Reach your right hand up, drawing your hips together. Press your tailbone back and lengthen the spine. And then we'll switch to do the other side. Feeling that stretch through the groin, through the hips and the shoulders. And then we'll switch. This is also a good place for a block as well, if you want to put a block under that grounded hand. And then switch. And then lowering the hands down. Let's take the hands to our hips this time. Raise up. You want to draw. Point the toes out at 45 degrees. The heels are in, taking the hands to the thighs, lengthening the tailbone. Nice long spine in a long line. Inhale. With an exhale, bring your left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Ha. Inhale to center. Exhale. Ha. Making the sound. Inhale. Ha. Left shoulder's in. Inhale. This time the right shoulder. Ha. Inhale. Ha. 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 Let's do one more on each side. Ha. Ha. Perfect. Straighten up, straighten the legs and the arms, reach the arms up. And then come to the top of the mat. Just come to the top of the mat here. Extend your hands out, forward, really reaching forward through the arms. And then rise up onto your tippy toes here. And we're going to lower down smoothly like we're lowering through honey. Okay, so finding your balance. And then begin to bring the hips down to the heels. Real smooth like. And you can use the hands. Let's see how long you can wait before so. See if you can lower the hips all the way down, like so. Yeah. And then now that we're here, take the knees wide. Sit your hips back, really reach long, counterbalance with the hands, and then gracefully sit back. And keep on going, take the back flat. Take the back flat to the mat. Okay. So with the back flat to the mat, let's take the reclined figure 4 stretch here. So take your right ankle on top of your left thigh here. Interlace your hands behind that left leg. You can flex your right toes here to help protect the leg, and then draw that left thigh back towards you. Feeling the stretch in your right oblique. take a couple more breaths here. Softening the head and the neck. Option to straighten this leg. And then lower it down. Let's switch sides, taking that left ankle to your right thigh. Interlace your hands this time with the opposite thumb on top. So take an awkward grip behind your right thigh. Relax the upper body as you draw the legs in. Option to straighten your right leg if you'd like. And then let's lower the feet down here. We'll take 2 rounds of back bends. So we'll start with the bridge, pressing the feet down. They're in front of the hips, and then interlacing the hands as an option. You can also roll over the arms, pressing down into the shoulders, the elbows, or the hands to raise the hips up. And then release the hands and the arms, soften the chest, roll down the spine, take a breath. And then yogi's choice. So take another bridge pose if you'd like. You're also welcome to take a wheel or a shoulder stand. Or if you'd like, you can take the legs straight up if you'd like to place a block or a cushion, something like that, underneath of your tailbone. And then just extend the legs straight up. Wherever you're at, we'll be here for 5 breaths. And bringing the feet down, removing the prop if you had one. Take your knees into your chest. We're going to take supine twists. So rock your knees over to your left side. Arms can come out in a T shape or in a cactus shape here. Gaze in the opposite direction of the knees. And now you can use this block. So you can cross one leg over top of the other. Or you can take a block underneath of one thigh or in between the thighs. So play around with what feels good for you. And using your breath to guide and direct the stretch. So breathing deeply into the diaphragm, expanding the lungs in 3 dimensions here, and feel the side body. Feel how the side body really expands and opens in this position with the inhale. Perfect. Let's take the knees back up into center. Give them a squeeze in just to lift the sacrum off the mat to reset the spine. Okay. And now rock your knees over to your right. Once again, you can cross the leg, take a block. Simultaneously feeling the support of the floor rise up as you yield to gravity here. Softening with each exhale. The connective tissue in the body takes some time to expand, to slowly release tension. So our longer stretches at the end allow us to really open up those ligaments of the body. And let your next inhale be a nice full inhale and a long, smooth exhale. Now bring the knees into the chest. We'll take a closing happy baby. So take hold of the soles of the feet inside or out. And then you can rock front to back, just massaging the spine, working out any kinks. Maybe you go from side to side. Options to draw the feet further apart. Straighten one leg and then the other. Just do you. And then take the knees into the chest. Give them a gentle squeeze. Tuck the tailbone, lift the forehead. Inhale. Exhale, soften the head, the shoulders. Release one leg, then the other. Taking up space. Taking any final movements before resting in Shavasana. And here at the end of our class, we'll take a few minutes in silence. Just continue to breathe and actively scan through the body, noticing where there is any tension, and allow your exhale to dissolve that tension. Just actively scanning from the crown of the head, through the shoulders, through the core of the body and the legs, and noticing wherever there's tension, and allowing that to simply relax. And now noticing how you're breathing. Naturally lengthen the breath. Take a deep breath in, filling the belly, the chest, and the collar. And a smooth exhale. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Gentle movements, bring in awakeness and aliveness into the body. Rolling the wrists and the ankles. Stretch the arms up long overhead. Full body stretch. And then draw the knees into the chest. Give your knees a gentle squeeze. Feeling that appreciation for returning to the yoga practice, to your yoga mat once again. And then rocking over to one side, resting your ear on an arm. And pressing that top hand down to rise up into a seated pose. From a seated pose, let's take 3 breaths together to close. Breathing in and sigh it out. Taking a full inhale and exhale audibly. Not taking the deepest breath yet this morning. And let it all go. Bring the hands together at the heart. The student, the teacher, and the light in me sees that student, teacher, and light in you. Thank you so much for showing up this morning, for tuning in, for flowing, and for breathing with me. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock for another morning flow. Tomorrow's is going to be a power flow. So tomorrow we're really gonna get into it and move and sweat a bit. Okay. See you then.